All right, welcome back to Reactions to Modern Music. Today I got a special guest here, Mischa Smith from the Great Canadian Wilderness.
I didn't grow up in the Northwest Territories. Come on.
Isn't the whole country a wilderness?
Okay, Craig. I didn't make any Kiwi jokes when you did my video. I'd appreciate the same respect.
Really?
No, it's a real
my
country.
Channel, my rules.
It's a real country with real cities.
Okay, Mischa's going to enlighten me with a band called LCD Soundsystem.
Yes.
Never heard of them. We were having a conversation on Messenger, and I was mentioning about my setup for YouTube, how I record everything, and then I also asked what song you're gonna, what band you're gonna do, and you said LCD Soundsystem. I'm like, what is that? Some kind of software I should download for my setup? You had me really confused there for a minute.
That's the name of the band.
Now I got it.
Yeah.
Okay, and what's the song called?
It's called All My Friends.
Where are they from?
LCD Soundsystem are from New York, in the U.S. James Murphy is the lead singer and the only songwriter for the band. He was a DJ, and then he created a studio album under the name LCD Soundsystem, and then he had to get a band to come along so that they could tour the album.
Right.
And then this is from the second album that they actually all made together.
So like Dave Grohl did.
I mean,
he made an album entirely by himself.
Right.
And
yeah, it's similar, but when you hear the song, you'll know that it's not. It's not like Dave Grohl.
No, I didn't mean in that respect.
Right. No, but he's not the only one who's ever created an album by himself and then had to create a band around him to be able to go and tour it.
So he's a musical genius, in other words.
I think he's fantastic.
Awesome.
I'm a big fan. This is legit top 5 my favorite songs of all time.
Now, just before we get into it, how long have we known each other?
Well, we met when Ryan Davenport was still here at the original tap room. So that would have been 5-6 years ago. Okay.
Tap room, he's talking about Pasture Street Brewing Company.
Represent.
Here. He's the represent man. If you want the best beer on the planet, talk to him.
Hey, that's very kind of you. Thank you.
Oh yeah, well, the Jasmine IPA.
I'm a huge fan, but again, to say it's the best beer on the planet, you're setting the expectations really high. But yeah, obviously, if you live anywhere in Vietnam, Pasture Street Brewing Company, check it out.
Yeah, and overseas some places.
Yeah. We're getting back to export as much as we can. There was a little down period there with COVID and everything, obviously, but things happen.
Stuff. Okay, let's see if I can stuff up this transition.
Cool. So we're going to listen to the song all the way through,
yes,
and then we're going to talk about it.
Exactly.
Cool.
That's how it starts. We go back to your house. You check the charts and start to figure it out.
It's nearly a beat.
I think it's original.
And if it's crowded, all the better, because we know we're gonna be up late. But if you're worried about the weather, then you picked the wrong place to stay.
I like
See what?
Yeah.
This could be the last time.
Yeah, usually when the song's playing, I'm going around the bar.
So here we go. Like a Salesforce into the night. And if I made a fool, if I made a fool, if I made a fool on the road, there's always this. And if I'm sued into submission, I can still come home to this. And with a face like a tan and a laughable stand, you can sleep on the plane or review what you said. When you're drunk and the kids look impossibly tan, you think over and over, hey, I'm finally dead. And when the trip and the plan come apart in your hand, you can turn it on yourself, you ridiculous cop. You forget what you meant when you read what you said, and you knew you were tired, but then where are your friends tonight? Where are your friends tonight? Where are your friends tonight? If I could see all my friends tonight, if I could see all my friends tonight, if I could see all my friends tonight, if I could see all my friends tonight.
All right. Wow. I can see why you
That's all I
can't.
need right there.
You can't stop singing during. I mean, that's a sign of a great song, isn't it?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
It comes on, you just gotta sing.
100%.
Ah, nice.
Yeah. So, yeah, do you want me to like set it up a little bit, or you?
Yeah, go.
Yeah, okay. So, so yeah, like I discovered these guys when this album came out, and then like backtracked and listened to their first one, and the song always just stood out to me, and it's about getting old and like hanging out with your friends, and I was of an age at that time when it meant a lot, and now even more so.
Yes.
And yeah, it just kind of became like an anthem for me and my friends. Like when we were out, we would just like do this. People started calling it the Mischa Shuffle. Like we were just dancing around the bars in South Korea, and then here when I first moved here. And yeah, you know, like it's got that beat, but then also like the lyrics are really meaningful for people of a certain, especially old white guys of a certain age, like me and James Murphy, the lead singer of the band. So yeah, it's like anthemic, and it's
Very
it's
catchy.
smart, and yeah, it's catchy, and yeah, like you said, when, like especially if you know the lyrics, like you can't help but kind of sing along to them while you're
Yeah.
dancing around the bar and hanging out with your friends.
It's a bit of an earworm instantly, but it's not an annoying one.
Right. Well, and that's, you said it sounded familiar. I doubt you've ever heard it.
No,
It's
I
not
haven't.
like I don't think it's a sample of anything, but it's like it's just one of those songs. It's like Seven Nation Army by the White Stripes. Like the first time you hear that, okay, do another video. But the first time you hear that, it's just like, oh yeah, I know this beat, even though you've never heard it before.
Yeah. Well, it's pretty basic instrumentally.
Oh, yeah.
It's not a lot going on. But
No, but it's just like
Yeah.
it's catchy and it keeps chugging along. And so it's funny that's the official video. There's the album version, which is quite a bit longer. So how long was that?
4.5.
4.5, yeah. So on the album version, there's an extra 2 minutes of just that piano intro before he starts singing. So when we play that at the bar, like some people get pissed off. There's just like this long piano intro,
Yeah.
and we're just like dancing around the bar and being weird. So I intentionally didn't tell you which version to play, just because I want to see which one you would pick, and obviously picking the
I picked the
the
top.
vi-
the top
yeah,
one.
the video version makes
The
sense.
official.
And also, knowing that this is the format that we listen to it first without saying anything, I'm glad you picked. So we didn't have to sit through the long intro.
It would have made me some weird looks.
Well, so and then on their third album, the first track is intentionally mixed like super low at the beginning, like even like more so than any like long intro. And then there's this point in the song, like a minute and a half in, where the volume just fucking kicks and the beat kicks in. So like So when we would play that at bars, when we were out, obviously the Vietnamese bartenders were confused about it. So I'm like, oh, just turn it up a bit. So we get them to keep turning it up as much as possible. And then when it kicks in, it's just like the whole place takes over and they lose their minds. It's great.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Mischa. That was an enlightenment. I hope some people out there are fans as well, and let me know what I should react to next of this. I'm totally open. I want to hear more.
Is that it?
Yeah.
We're not going to talk about the song?
You want to talk more?
Well, I'm curious to, like, you said you liked it. I don't know. Like, do you have any other thoughts? Like, what?
Not really.
You're reacting. I reacted. You didn't react much.
Oh, yeah.
Except to say that you liked it.
You're right. Yeah,
which is fair. It's your show. It's your format.
It's just such a simple melody. And so catchy. And this singing's spot on. The lyrics are interesting.
So, off the back of this, are you gonna like seek out any more of their music, or was that just kind of, hey, it was great, I liked it, but?
No, I'm going to follow the format on my channel where my listeners send me where to go to next.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's
right, but that's what I'm saying. Like recreationally, you're not gonna like tonight. You're not gonna be like, oh, I wonder what the rest of the album sounds like.
No,
No, okay.
No, definitely not. Because that could spoil. I have to stay away from modern music as much as I can.
Okay.
Because that spoils.
So I got you.
Yeah.
For the show, you're intentionally ignoring anything else until someone.
Yes. I sacrifice so much for this channel.
So what was like the peak of like late 60s? Like what?
Oh, no.
70s, early 80s? Like what what was your favorite era?
Probably I don't know, where around the time of Led Zeppelin 2 was one of my favorites.
Yeah.
But then there was a bunch of peaks in the 80s with different dance styles, new wave stuff.
Yeah, I mean 80s music gets a bad rap, but like there was a lot of good stuff that was made during that time.
Because everybody nowadays just focuses on the commercial stuff that just gets repeated. They don't know all the other layers of music that was underneath all the commercial stuff. You know, like every decade has that. Stuff that didn't make regular radio play, or even didn't even get on the radio. That was still great music. So later on, when I become a big YouTuber, I may branch out to another channel doing stuff like that. Some of this more underground 70s, 80s stuff.
Exposing people to older stuff that you like. Cool. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. For example, Flying Nun Records from New Zealand. Really good punk stuff came out of there.
Are there any famous Kiwi bands? Like what there must be. I'm missing.
My Six, Split Ends, Crowded House came from.
So no, is.
You did not hear the Crowded House?
I've never heard any of those bands.
Oh my god.
They didn't make it to Canada.
No.
They didn't make it to Sarnia, Ontario.
Wow. Yeah, it's not exactly the centre of the universe, is it?
No, it is not.
Okay, good stuff.
Oh.
Like I said, let me know what I should react to next. I think Mischa's going to punch me in the arm when he sees me next time if I haven't listened to more of this. So, save my arm, please.
No, you said that's the format. You don't do it. I don't begrudge it.
No worries. All right, catch you next time. All right, let's not miss any more burps and get into it. That'll be in the outtakes.